What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister, Darby.
What's up?
And my brother, Derek.
What's up, everybody?
And this week, we are talking about Thor Ragnarok. As we continue our MCU rewind, we're getting towards the end of Phase 3, and I'm excited to get to some of these movies. But of course, before we talk about Thor, we've got some news to get to. So I picked up a few bits of news, guys. I wanted to let you know. Hawkeye may be starting shooting as soon as next week. So it's another Marvel Disney Plus series that seems to be on the way. It looks like they're picking stuff up.
You know what? Talk to me when we get some release dates, because everything's been on the way since Disney Plus been released like a year ago. Some of the stuff was like, oh yeah, it's going to drop when Disney Plus drop, and then it didn't. Then
yeah, the lies they told us.
Lies they've been telling us, and they continue to lie to us. So I don't want to hear nothing until I get a firm, hard, set release date, and it can't change.
Yeah. Okay. And it did, because didn't like a month ago, they told us WandaVision was coming out in like this fall, and then all of a sudden it's in January.
Yeah. No, it's January.
Like,
and then still
continue to lie to me.
Still no date on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, was the one I really want. No date on Loki. Yeah. I'm just, come on, y'all.
Yeah, well, I think Loki's still shooting. I think. That being said, there have been rumors about some of these Marvel TV series, Nick Fury. Of course, we know about She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel. They're, getting on the way, but apparently it's almost confirmed. I'm going to say still rumor at this point, but it looks like there's going to be an Ironheart TV series.
Who is that?
Okay, so I thought you guys might not know who Ironheart is. Ironheart is Riri Williams, and she is the comic book replacement for Iron Man. So she is the one, after Iron Man died in the comics, who picked up the mantle. Well, she made her own Iron Man armor, and she is Ironheart.
This is a kid?
Yes. Or a college student, I think. Something like that. Yeah. So here's the thing.
Obviously.
What was that?
He said she's
African American.
Well, yeah, Riri Williams. I mean, no, okay, no, hold on. I take that back.
Okay.
Anybody could be named Riri Williams.
You are correct. I automatically assumed she was black.
But yeah, she's black. I mean, come on, it's like Miles Morales.
I mean, yeah.
He's at least Latin. But yeah, so the thing is, in the comics, she was not well received. And it has to be because the story wasn't good. Because I think, wasn't Miles Morales or he wasn't well received either?
No, I think he was.
When he became Spider-Man.
I think he was. Because he was like a fresh take on Spider-Man. I thought everyone liked him.
Yeah, I thought so. Because everyone kept saying they wanted Donald Glover, excuse me. Not Danny Glover. They wanted Donald Glover to play him when he was the appropriate age to play Miles Morales.
40, so no.
Yeah, well, it never happened. So, yeah. So okay. So apparently her story wasn't that great. We'll see. I mean, Marvel does a decent job, right? Although we haven't seen any of their TV series yet.
Right.
So
yeah.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be a new to see like how they go with that with their TV shows.
I mean,
yeah.
If they're as good as the Netflix shows, aka first season of Jessica Jones and Daredevil, forget the other ones. Then they're good. Like, to me, Netflix will be
first half of the second season of Daredevil and the third season of Daredevil.
Right. So what we're saying, like 75% of Daredevil was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. First season of Jessica Jones.
So the same people that brought us Inhumans, though.
No, we're not.
Mm-mm.
No, actually, this is none of those people. No, it's not. It's not Marvel. It was not Marvel Studios. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Inhumans, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, all of that was just Marvel TV, which is not the same.
Oh, so how y'all going to compare the good shows?
Because I'm saying it has to be as good as that or better. To me, that's my bar. If you can match the goodness of Daredevil, then you're good.
Yeah, she's saying Marvel Studios has to do at least as good of job as Daredevil was. We know that they didn't do them, so this is the first. Now, here's the thing. These shows are receiving the same treatment as the movies do, which is why I'm kind of excited to see them, because it's like, they're movies, but you have more time to flesh out your story because it's a TV show, but with a movie budget. We already seen how that works with The Mandalorian. So, like, I have high hopes for it, but, you never know. It could be horrible. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so Ironheart, I don't know. I think I'd rather they do this than say, like, oh, Spider-Man replaces Iron Man in the MCU, or do some... I don't know, some other little kid. Even the kid from Iron Man 3. Oh, he's Iron Man now. I would rather not have that and then have this from the comics. I think this
they will do it. I know, like, they're not comic accurate, but I feel like they do honor the comics. So I don't think they would have anyone be Iron Man that wasn't Iron Man in the comics.
Fair enough.
Especially, like, as long as Kevin Feige's around, I don't think they would do that.
Okay. We will see. Well, yeah, apparently they're not doing that. So, yeah, Kevin Feige definitely likes to stick to the comics. That is true. But still talking about Marvel, and since you mentioned Daredevil, today, which is November 29th, this is when we're recording it, Daredevil's TV rights go back to Marvel. It's been 2 years since Netflix canceled the Daredevil series. So now it is back at Marvel. Do you think Marvel will do anything with Daredevil?
No. Only because they already have so much stuff already planned out. There's like no room for Daredevil right now.
That's kind of true. Kind of sucks, but kind of true.
Honestly, I feel like if anything is done with Daredevil, it won't be anytime soon. And it would be on a TV show type platform. I don't think...
I'm fine with it being a TV show. No movie. No, don't do a movie.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of glad they're doing a lot of, because the Marvel has a lot of characters, right? I'm kind of glad they're doing these on TV shows, because I do feel like eventually the movies would get bogged down with too much stuff, right? So I think it's good. You have this stuff happening on the TV shows, and you can just do some of the bigger stories as a movie without so many other characters, which I think is best, because every movie can't be an Endgame,
Right. And yeah, I mean, and then just because every TV show character doesn't need to be in the movie, but if you wanted to see something about Miss Marvel or whatever, you could, and then she doesn't have to be in the next Avengers movie.
Yeah, she could show up in Captain Marvel, maybe as a cameo or something like that, but then, like, she doesn't have to be in 5 movies after that, because you have her show telling her story. Yeah. It's, I think it works better this way for them to come out with more content without, having so many movies. Plus, shows generally tell better stories than movies do.
Well, you have more time.
Yeah. Movies is more fast paced. It's more fast paced. And I feel like doing it this way, if a character show that's on a TV show up in a movie, or vice versa, you don't have to go through a long explanation about that character, the background or whatever. It's just like, let's just say, all right, we're in phase 4 and it's Thor Love and Thunder. And let's say Miss Marvel shows up and is like on there for 5 or 10 minutes. But of course, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh wow, Miss Marvel is on there." So it's just like, whereas without the show, there would have to been an explanation on why she's there, what's her background story. So you ain't got to go through all that.
Yeah, I think they would do similar to what they did in the Avengers, where they did kind of reintroduce all the characters, but you didn't have like you said, a big long introduction. It's kind of like, hey, this is this person, this is what they do. Now we get on with the story, and we don't have to, bog down the script with, a background for each character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. So anyhow, there is a petition for Daredevil to be picked back up again, and Vincent D'Onofrio said he's behind it. He's like, yeah, everyone should support this.
I mean, I'd be cool with that, but it couldn't show on Disney Plus.
No.
So yeah,
it changes a lot.
It changes a lot.
I don't know. They said Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be Winter Soldier-esque. So
okay, Winter Soldier wasn't Daredevil.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. All right, but we'll see what happens. I would say, petitions, nothing ever happens from them. But hey, there's a Justice League movie coming out, so there's that. But in other non-Marvel related news
about petition, but we can get to that after your news. Though there was a couple of other things petitioned about some actors.
Are you talking about the girl from Aquaman?
Yeah, and also Johnny Depp being petitioned in Fantastic Beast. So
I don't know if you heard of this podcast. There's a podcast called 3D Rivals. I think they mentioned that a couple of episodes ago.
Oh, sure did. Man, you should go back and listen to it.
Yeah, we definitely talked about Amber Heard and all that already. Because I mentioned how I'm like, I generally don't agree with trying to take down actors, but apparently she's a horrible person, so whatever. But moving on to other DC news, since now we were talking about DC. Wonder Woman 84. Wonder Woman Flady Floor. The release date is still December 25th, so they're keeping that release date, but now it's not only coming out in theaters, but also will release on HBO Max for no extra cost. So I think this is a smart move by Warner Brothers. They tried to force people to go to theaters with Tenet, did not work. So this gives you the best of both worlds. Either you will get those subscriptions for it, or people will go to the theater, those who are brave enough to go right now. And we'll see how much money Wonder Woman makes in this kind of hybrid system, I would say.
I think Warner Brothers is using this as a test to find out just how much traction they get from like an at-home release.
Do you test with Wonder Woman though?
Well, you gotta test it with a big movie. Should have did it with Tenet.
They should have done it with Tenet, but they were done with Tenet. Yeah, I guess this was their next big movie, right? Yeah, maybe, but I think if this works, they would just continue to do it the same way. Plus, this is only in the US. Well, probably because HBO Max is only available in the US. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can't even make that statement.
But that makes sense, because you feel Tenet was making, I won't say money in quotation marks, overseas. Yeah. So it was doing fairly well overseas, but it made nothing in the US. So this makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I say this is a smart move. It doesn't seem like one they would keep doing. Like after the pandemic, I don't think they would release them both at the same time. But for the time being, I think it's a smart move.
I would agree. I mean, if you want to make some sort of money, then you figure you're going to get a bunch of people signing up for HBO Max so they can watch the movie. It's a win.
Yeah, probably get rid of the trial period.
Yep, like Disney did with Hamilton.
Which makes sense. Yep. So, and how many people want to see Wonder Woman? Like, the first movie did exceptionally well.
Yeah.
So, like, you talking it's another $1 billion movie. Everyone's stuck at home, and especially in the US, we're stuck at home even longer now. Um, yeah, I feel like they might make some money off this. I don't think they'll make $1 billion. How much do you think it'll make? I say maybe what, 700 million.
I was gonna say 600.
600 million.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 500.
Is it worth it if you only make 600 million? Look at that, only 600 million.
Yeah, because it's pure profit. That's the part we're forgetting.
Oh yeah, because they own HBO.
Yeah.
So they don't have to pay the theaters or anything. I mean, like they do for the part in theaters, but the home one is pure profit.
So every $15 that they get from an HBO sign up is theirs.
Plus, if people keep it for more than a month, that's even more.
Right, which is what they're hoping on, that they discover, like, oh, hey, The Wire's on here, and The Sopranos, and whatever else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to cancel right away, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. No, next time we would do it probably be the Justice League movie, but yeah, okay. All right, I guess that makes sense. Talking about movies headed to streaming, this is Universal. It looks like Godzilla vs Kong may be headed straight to streaming. And I know we've talked about this before, but I think this is the type of movie that, just have it go straight to streaming. Even in the future, whatever, I don't think it especially would make that much more money in the theaters.
Yeah, I would agree, especially when you felt like the last one was just okay.
Not even. That last one was bad. I'm sorry. I know the fans disagree, but no, the last one was not good.
Yeah, so I feel like when the expectations isn't high for a movie, releasing it on streaming is perfect.
Yeah. So we'll see if that's actually going to happen. That's not confirmed, but it's looking like it. A couple of streaming services are bidding for it. We'll see what happens, because I guess Universal doesn't have a streaming platform to
they have
send
NBC
movies to. Nobody, nope. Come on. Oh, we're releasing Godzilla versus Kong on NBC. And who's buying? Who's going to pay for the NBC stream?
It's called Peacock.
Yeah.
Nobody. Nope.
See,
First of all, change your name.
I feel like that tells you just everything you need to know about that streaming service. They're not even releasing it on their own streaming service.
Because, come on, who's going to be like, oh, Godzilla vs. Kong is coming out. Oh, it's going to be streaming on Peacock. Let me sign up for Peacock. No. Nope. I'm waiting till it comes out on TV or somewhere. Like, no. Absolutely not. Yeah, no, I don't like. Well, we just like we were saying, it's not a big enough movie to draw people to a streaming, like some people, but not the crowd you need.
No, it's not. It needs to be on Netflix where it can reach, hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because look, Godzilla has a strong following, but
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't rush and go sign up for the NBC Universal streaming service just for that.
Yeah, I'm not buying anything called Peacock.
Well,
all right.
That name, that's dumb.
It's a stupid name. I get that it's their symbol, but
it's dumb.
I don't know. It's dumb.
It's still dumb. But yeah.
Yes, it's still dumb. All right. So that was the news that I had. Derek, you care to tell us about news that we've already mentioned?
Oh, since you already shot it down and killed it, what I was going to bring out about that is just I feel like they're both ruining each other's careers.
Well, apparently they both ruin more than that. Maybe they should never act again. I don't know. I'm not on cancel culture or whatever in general. I don't want to follow an actor's life and I don't care what they do. But also, don't abuse your spouse. People, both ends. how are you in a double abusive relationship? That's weird. I don't know. But yeah, don't be crazy. With that being said, if you want to get crazy and start your own podcast, you can by signing up with Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch and promote and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more within minutes of you finishing your recording. So if you're looking to start a podcast, check out our affiliate link below where you can sign up for Buzzsprout yourself. And with that being said, let's talk Thor Ragnarok. So this is the something movie. It's a lot of movies in the MCU. It's one of the numbers. I forget. But it is a pretty good movie, I would say. I generally have fun watching it. I do have some issues with it, though. And I guess I'll get to those later. It's not a perfect movie. There's some issues. But I do like how they changed Thor. Because let's be honest, Thor's first two movies, the first one was decent. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were doing much with Thor until this movie.
I kind of hate how everyone's like, oh, the first two movies was like, to me, I feel like the first was fine. And I feel like it's get a lot of hate that it doesn't deserve.
I just said the first one was fine.
You group the first two together, and every time they did something for Thor Ragnarok, they grouped the first two together. Like, the second one was bad. The first one does not fall into that category, not even close.
I still don't think they did much with Thor, the character. I think that's what everyone's getting at.
Captain America, the character in the first Captain America.
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about Captain America. They did some stuff with it. Look, okay, fine. But they did more with him in his second movie, and even more in his third movie. They just didn't do that in Thor until Thor Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine, whatever. What did you have to say now, Darby?
I don't understand the hate for the first Thor movie. I don't get it.
There is no hate.
There's some serious hate for the first Thor movie, according to the internet.
Oh. Well, I mean, you have to trust everything the internet says. So if there's hate for the first Thor movie, then obviously it was bad.
Right.
Duh, that's obvious. No, I don't know. Don't, like, the internet hates everything. Let's be honest. So first Thor movie is obviously good, but I do think they explored a lot more with a lot of the characters, Loki and Thor's relationship. But I think the pacing of this movie, while a fast pace is good, I think it did hurt in some aspects. And a lot of people mention this. Thor, like, he keeps losing people. His father died, and it's just like nothing. We just move on to the next beat. And it was even the same in the second movie. His mother died. It's like we didn't see all of that loss hit Thor until Infinity War. So it just felt kind of weird in this movie that we didn't slow down for that moment.
Yeah, I think it's like he kind of just takes everything in stride.
It was Endgame.
What's that?
It was Endgame where we saw how it affected Thor.
No, it started in Infinity War.
Endgame was after he lost to Thanos. But in Infinity War, you see especially when he's talking to Rocket Raccoon, how it affected him, and then also how he went after Thanos shows how it affected him.
Yeah, because he was just on vengeance that whole movie, and then you can see how it's starting to take its toll. He couldn't even continue to be his, happy-go-lucky, I don't care type of self. Like, he's trying to, but he couldn't. So we did. You saw that in Infinity War,
right? But what I was gonna say, it's just he kind of took everything in a stride. Even when you find out you have an evil sister that you didn't know about, it was just kind of like, okay, yeah, let me go fight her. And it just seems like, I don't know, that's kind of a big reveal that maybe that should hurt more. Maybe the fact that you have to actually kill her should have a bigger impact. And the movie just kind of like hit beat after beat after beat. And it just kind of skipped over a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a bigger thing, and we kind of just didn't get to touch on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I get it. You don't want a 4-hour long movie, Justice League. So it's I get it, but it's kind of sucks too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I feel like in his movies, they're always doing a lot, and maybe we can just dial it back some.
Do like a simple story.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like, I mean, Homecoming, right? It was just a basic, simple story. One thing that we're focusing on. I do like that aspect. Like sometimes these movies need to just be dialed down to one little thing.
I mean, I think this movie was based off of like 3 or 4 different comics plus Planet Hawk. That's
yeah,
the squeezing into one movie.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point too because of Universal. They're trying to like make a Hawk movie over the course of 4 movies or whatever. And I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how you do that. And my opinion is that idea did not work for the Hawk.
Right.
Yeah. So, but all in all, I did like the comedy. I think the actors picked was great. You got Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum, that's all you need him to be in movies, which was excellent.
And him to be the Grandmaster, I thought that was great. I thought that was a great casting for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him in the Eternals.
Is he going to be in the Eternals?
He should be. He is an Eternal.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he'll be in the Eternals. I don't know. I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, I haven't heard that he will be. I don't think he is. Right, because didn't he already shoot that movie?
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah,
I think they started but didn't finish.
No, I thought I saw something about it wrapping.
Yeah, I think they're done.
I don't know. We could. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not so sure anymore. Everything got messed up because 2020 sucks. So yeah. Only proud character I have a problem with is Scourge. He's pointless in this movie. I mean, like, I guess he's the eyes of the audience for like Hela explaining everything, but like, God, his character's pointless. And when he dies, I did not care at all. Just...
Well, I think that kind of falls in like sometimes they're doing the most, and there's like, okay, you introduce him, you also introduce Valkyrie, and it's like he kind of got like the low end of the stick. Like he didn't really get any development. He was just like, oh, here's this guy now, and then he sacrificed himself. And you're right, he's like, because we knew nothing about him and cared very little of him because he was just basically following her around the entire movie. It didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I wish they were able to use Lady Sif more. I mean, I understand that the actor had other obligations, but I feel like her character is a really good character in the Thor storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would rather have her over Jane Foster for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie Alexander, I think, better actress. You guys already know how I feel about Natalie Portman, but I mean, come on. Shouldn't Jamie Alexander be a bigger actress than Natalie Portman?
Yes.
Jamie Alexander in 2 things. What else has she done?
And she was great in both of those.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. She needs more work. Give Jamie Alexander some work.
Okay.
No, she was in.
Petition for Jamie Alexander.
Yeah. No, I first saw her in. See, this is when we first got Netflix, and it was like the only streaming service, and I used to just watch a bunch of random stuff. Some show called Kyle XY, which was a dumb show, by the way, but she was in that.
See,
this first time I saw her
from what's the name of that show?
Blind Spot.
Blind Spot. Yeah.
Which I hear was good. I never really watched it. I watched a couple of episodes of Blind Spot.
It's good. You can get into it.
COVID or Covert Affairs. She was in that.
What is?
She's in a lot of spy stuff then, huh?
I've never heard of that.
I think it was a show on USA. I haven't seen it either, but I mean, I know I have seen like commercials or stuff.
She's in that.
You know what? Talking about her being in spy stuff, you know what I think she would be good in? Like, if you were to do a Jason Bourne-esque movie with another character. Not a Jason Bourne movie, but maybe a spinoff or something. But I think she would be good. She seems like that type of person.
You mean like a Janet Bourne?
Well, Janet Bourne. I guess that would be Blind Spot. But better because it's not. What was that on? NBC?
Yes.
CBS?
Yeah.
Was it NBC?
CBS? I don't know.
One of those.
No, Blind Spot is on NBC.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Excuse me.
So it would just be better.
Derek, you lied. I thought she was not in no Covert Affairs. Goodness. Oh, she was. She was in...
Yeah. Oh, no. Wow. Immediate correction.
Well, it didn't show up at first.
Oh.
She was in 2 episodes. I don't think that counts as being in the show. That doesn't.
Well,
I take your.
Yeah.
I take your word for it.
They only listed 2 episodes. She was only in 2 episodes.
And I said, okay.
I mean,
okay.
That's like saying she was in Law and Order or something. I mean,
right. Oh yeah, she was also in Suicide Miami. That one episode she was in. Definitely in that show.
Right. But yeah, I definitely think she would be great in these movies. They got to bring her back at some point, or are we just gonna forget about Lady Sif?
Well, I'm kind of glad she wasn't in Thor since they killed everybody, and I would rather her not die.
True.
And I feel like she has better chemistry with Chris Hemsworth than Natalie Portman does.
Again, I'm not even gonna say anything, but yeah, of course.
Go ahead and say it. It's killing you. It's killing you.
I don't know if she would have a spot in Love and Thunder, but it'd be great if she did.
What are you gonna do? Because Natalie Portman is Thor now, so like I actually would rather. I know it's not comic book accurate, but I would rather Lady Sif gets Mjolnir and gets the power of Thor. I don't know, feels better.
Yeah, why not? Let's take it a different direction. Do what happens.
I don't know. I mean, like, you gotta surprise me with Natalie Portman Thor. Can you see her fighting? Like, can you?
Look, she is an Oscar-winning actress. She's gonna show you.
Okay, that means nothing.
She's gonna show you how she got.
Halle Berry has an Oscar too.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow. What are you saying, Darren? How Halle Berry can't act?
No, she can't.
Not
wow.
Cool. She cannot, but not cool.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Yeah, Oscar-winning actress. Great. Excellent. What other characters are we got? I know that was about it. I mean, you got Taika Waititi, director / best friend in Green Lantern. If you guys remember that.
I read that he was in it, and I was like, man, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, Taika Waititi's the best friend in the Green Lantern movie.
Really?
What?
Man,
yeah. That's him.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I think his comedy is on point in general. Just him being Korg, it's funny. Great, excellent.
Hey, Korg was hilarious though. Even though
piss off, Ghost.
He was like mad late to the party, but even though he got destroyed in the what was it, Dark World?
Well, that was just another like rock guy. It wasn't him.
Oh, that wasn't actually Korg?
Same.
No.
Same race, but not him.
Same race. Are you trying to say that all Rockmusters look the same, Dan?
I am. Oh, y'all look alike.
Wow.
Y'all remember that scene?
Man.
Y'all remember that scene in Rush Hour 2 when they was fighting all those Chinese men and he hit Jackie Chan? He's like, got her. Like, oh, y'all look alike.
Yeah.
Oh man, classic.
Yeah, but yeah, his humor was funny. A couple of rock paper scissors jokes in there, which I don't know why that was funny, but it was, especially since he got captured because he didn't print enough pamphlets, meaning he lost because of paper.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually didn't catch that.
Mm-hmm. It's a thing. It's an actual thing. Yeah. So, soundtrack. I mean, in general, yeah, I think there's only the one song.
Yeah.
Besides like original music, but still it fits, and like now it's stuck in my head for the rest of today.
It fits. It was a Led Zeppelin song, and I think they used it because they talk about Norse mythology in it. I don't listen to Led Zeppelin. I don't know the song. I only know it because of this movie, but that is why it was chosen. But it fits perfectly.
Sure.
Yeah.
How do you explain all those Led Zeppelin CDs in your car?
You're right. I'm a secret Led Zeppelin fan.
I knew it.
It's got all the T-shirts and everything.
Honestly, I couldn't name a single song by them. I know the name, but I couldn't tell you anything by them.
You could name this one with what's the name of this song?
Immortal? Is that the name? Is that close?
I think it might be.
Sounds about right.
Might be right. If you notice, Wonder Woman and this movie came out around the same time, and now they didn't copy off of each other, but it does seem close because they have kind of the same motif in the song. The beginning with his like screaming, I guess. What do you call it? At the beginning of the
song.
Well, in the song.
I don't know. The screaming?
I don't want to repeat it. Fine. When you be like,
it's screaming, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Okay.
Listen.
It's Wild Man car. Call it a Wild.
Yeah, so that is similar. Like, it hits the same notes as the Wonder Woman theme.
Is Wonder Woman a song, or did they make that up?
I think Tina Guo? Tina Guo did the song.
Trey Songz.
No. What? He's just saying random things.
Trey Songz made the song Wonder Woman.
No.
Oh, God. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Look it up.
Yes, but she is not his Wonder Woman.
True enough.
No, yeah, that song was written by a cellist. She's a cellist.
Oh, okay.
And it's played on a cello.
So it was an original song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is interesting since they're both like gods, quote unquote,
right,
in their respective series.
Yeah.
Also interesting, I mean, I guess we could talk about Wonder Woman whenever we review that on this show, but interesting that like she had a comparison to Captain America rather than Thor, which is, I think, weird.
Because
yeah, and I feel like it's more comparable to Thor.
Yeah, because
she
so-called came from a mythical god. Thor came from a mythical god. They both live in like not Earth, so I mean,
yeah, and then went to Earth and is kind of that fish out of water story, like the first Thor.
Mm-hmm. They are very similar.
Yeah. So I don't know, but did you have any extra thing or what? I'm sorry.
We want to talk about the Hawk a little bit.
Oh yeah, the Hawk was in this movie.
Wow.
Yes.
Sure.
I mean,
I did like him in the movie.
How do you feel about like? I want to call it like I'm not gonna say. I mean, he fit perfectly in the movie, but I kind of felt like it was like a filler Hawk story because he like disappeared after Age of Ultron, and then it's like, oh yeah, hey, this is where he's been, and oh yeah, hey, by the way, he won't let Bruce Banner out, and it's been 2 years. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's doing Hawk an injustice. I mean, not that I want a Hawk movie. I don't like that how his story is being fulfilled by dialogue.
Well, that being said, what would you want them to do?
I don't know. something else, I guess.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't know. They didn't have another choice because of the rights issue with the Hulk.
Right.
And like I think we mentioned before, yeah, they were trying to do a Hulk movie across several movies, which honestly, like you said, doesn't work because you just have, oh, let's cover this story in this sentence and then get on with it. While I did still like the Hulk in this movie, I don't think they should take him out or anything. It just is an injustice to the Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same. Like, I mean, he fit the story perfectly. He was fine that he was in it. It's just all of his growth. I mean, even then, it's like, okay, you know, Hulk leaves because, I don't know, whatever reason at the end of Age of Ultron. Then it turns out, oh, he's mad at Bruce Banner. You only want the Hulk to fight and nothing else. And now you can't come out. Then, you know, in Infinity War, the Hulk is like, you know what? I'm not fighting you in battles anymore. He refused to come out. Then in Endgame, he's a completely different person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you said, all of his story is happening off screen. The whole trip to Sakaar and becoming the champion and all that's off screen.
That would have been a great Hulk movie, actually, leading up to that.
Yeah, well, Universal sucks. They should have made it. You got that, and then you got just, I guess you saw the story with his struggle with the Hulk in Infinity War, but it's kind of like dwarfed by the Infinity War story, you know, like and then all of a sudden the story's complete in Endgame, and we saw none of the meat of that story at all. It's just the key points, basically.
Yeah, even where in Infinity War, even though obviously it was why, you know, Hulk didn't want to come out, it led people to speculate on why the Hulk didn't want to fight. It's not because he was scared of Thanos' internet. No. But it's like you had that speculation because the story wasn't clearly explained for those who can't read between lines.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes you need to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was that. But we did get the Hulk doing the little slam with Thor that he did against Loki. So that made up for everything. Perfect. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So now your extras, Darby.
Extras. Okay. So Charlize Theron was considered for Valkyrie. I kind of like it.
Valkyrie? I thought you were going to say Hela. I think she would work as Hela.
I feel like she would have been.
I think so.
Yeah. I think she.
I guess she could work as Valkyrie too. I don't know. I like Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie.
It would have been a different Valkyrie, but I think she would have worked.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can act in what was that movie? The
Men in Black.
No, what? I'm talking about Charlize Theron.
Oh, okay.
Mad Max.
Do you see Mad Max?
No, but she's in it.
No, she's in a bunch of stuff.
No, it's like, you know, never mind. I was just saying, you know, as an actress, she has a bit of a range to act in these different type of movies. That was the point of my
okay. I thought Mad Max wasn't a good example of that, but all right, I got you.
My bad. Okay, sorry.
Okay. This movie came out in 2017. It was the first year that Marvel released 3 movies in a year.
Really? That was the first. Wow.
I don't know. Took a while.
And now they
in 2020.
For the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
in 2020 was the first year ever that Marvel didn't release a movie since the dawn of time.
Right.
Facts.
Taika Waititi, whatever.
Wow.
He said that they. What is it?
Taika Waititi.
I don't.
No,
that's not right.
It's not that either.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
From this point,
it's none of those things.
It's gonna be the director.
That sounds like a movie.
Let's take everything out of him. Like he's nothing. He's just a director.
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Excuse me. So he said that they improvised.
The majority of his character.
He said that they improvised or ad-libbed 80% of the film. I can see that.
I was like, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah. Good thing you got actors that can do that, because that wouldn't work everywhere.
Yep, sure it wouldn't. It would not work in DC.
Could you imagine if Natalie Portman was there ad-libbing stuff or trying to respond to people ad-libbing?
Would have been terrible.
One day we are going to talk about your hatred for Natalie Portman.
Yeah, we're gonna get to
I'm pretty
the root
sure
of this,
she's actually. I feel kind of sorry because I'm pretty sure she is a fine person, and I just keep talking about it. I'm sorry, Natalie Portman. If you're listening to this, I sincerely apologize.
She's not listening, but your apology is. Anthony
somebody
Hopkins.
that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows Natalie Portman is listening.
Absolutely.
It's gonna get back to her.
All right. Anthony Hopkins was not going to return as Odin, but changed his mind after reading the script, which is weird since they changed 80% of the movie. So an old script he read, but he decided to come back.
In the script he read, he died in an alley.
True. In New York.
Oh, that was an interesting thing I forgot to mention. The thing about Thor's power, and someone else brought it out, was he got, after Odin died, he got more power because Odin has what's called the Odin Force, which Thor gets now that Odin died. And the original script had Odin give him the power, like give him the Odin Force, but that got cut. But it's still alluded to in the movie, which is why every time he like powers up, you see like the glimpses of his father and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So he gets that force, which is now called the Thor Force, because apparently it just changes with whoever has it.
That's a very interesting fact. I wish they would have had explained that in the movie. That'd have been nice to know.
Yep.
So this movie is the first time that Mark Ruffalo actually gets to voice Hawk. In the other films, Hawk was voiced by Lou Ferrigno. Did not know that.
I did not know that either.
Wait, Mark Ruffalo didn't say Puny God in Avengers?
Apparently not.
Oh.
That is mind-blowing.
Right? Yeah. The Grandmaster is blue in the comics, but the director felt like Jeff Goldblum did not need the blue covering because he's Jeff Goldblum. He didn't need it. He does not. No, he didn't also need to be blue.
That's true. He's Jeff Goldblum. He's plenty colorful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even his name sounds colorful.
Natalie Portman declined to return as Jane Foster. We didn't miss you. And she also said that she wouldn't be in any more Marvel movies until she got that paper and it's going to show up in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, look at there. There it is.
No, because it's like, so like, how do I expect this to be good when she didn't even want to do it? She doesn't want to do it. Like, it's different. Like, okay, Robert Downey Jr. got paid, yeah, but he also wanted to be Iron Man. And you could tell in his delivery. Like, if she's just doing it for the check they gave her so she can be Thor, I don't, okay. Yep.
All
More
right.
on that later.
Odin originally had a larger role in the movie, but the test audience reacted poorly to his role in the movie, so it was changed because the test audience did not like that storyline. I really,
him dying in an alley?
It had to be more than that because it said he had a bigger role. So I'm kind of wondering. I mean, we already know Odin's an awful person. I wonder if it made him awfuler than we already know that he is.
True. We didn't talk about this. Well, I guess we mentioned it so many times before, but geez, this dude is horrible.
Well,
just horrible.
The story between him and Hela, like basically they were going around conquering worlds until he decided he didn't want to do it no more, and then locked her away. Like, bruh, seriously?
She wasn't keeping up with the program. He's like, look, I'm going to the right now. She kept going left. He had to lock her up.
Yeah. If you have to banish all your kids, then you're doing something wrong.
True. I mean, all your kids ain't got no sense. You didn't do a good job. I mean, one of them had to be good, right?
Yeah. Thor was good. The hero.
He got banished first.
Because he was
for being a brat.
Yeah, but that's not
just
bad.
like the rest of them.
No, but just like oh, they were just.
But and it's Odin's fault. It's Odin's fault, though. Yeah, Loki needed to be banished, but it was Odin's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
It all comes back to him being a bad parent.
I like Odin.
100%.
I mean, I like him, but real talk, he's not good at his job.
I have a question.
Be a good father. Raise your kids right. Keep them out of jail.
Here's my question. No one on Asgard is old enough to remember Hela?
Yeah.
I
found that weird.
Should have.
Why? He wouldn't be old.
I feel like he's like he's like Thor's age.
Heimdall should know.
I feel like. Yeah, I think Heimdall did know who
he was keeping that secret. He paid me enough for that.
He's loyal to the throne.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like something Loki might have known. Loki seems to know everything else.
Yeah, but okay, like if she didn't know she had siblings, so obviously she was banished before Thor and Loki were born. So maybe 2,000 years ago, which still
that will leave only Heimdall.
But they live forever. There's no old Asgardians lying around.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, like if they all live that long,
really bad.
Because look, Tessa Thompson, the Valkyrie, what's her real name? Because her name's not Valkyrie.
That is in my nitpicks. I know what it is from the comics.
Her name is Valerie Creed.
Yes. Valkyrie, she was obviously old enough. Plus, she spent time with Sakaar, making her even older, and she's still kicking it. So there had to be somebody on Asgard that was around during that time.
Yep. So someone should have known. I'm like, I feel like this story should have got leaked. There's like no way you can keep it quiet.
Yeah, you just covered over it and everybody forgot.
Yeah, they got killed too quick.
Oh, Hela killed them all?
Yep. Like, hey, that's up.
Okay. All right, what other facts you got?
What? Oh, okay, so nitpicks. How does the electric shock work against Thor? I mean, the guy has lightning powers. How exactly can you?
I hate this nitpick so much. I hate this nitpick so much. No, it's not. It's not true. It's not.
How?
Just because you have electric powers don't mean you can't be shocked.
But you have electricity surging through your body. Like you can be shocked.
You should be immune to electricity.
Are electric eels immune to electricity?
Is he an electric eel?
No, okay, it's the same principle. Like, no,
not really.
It's not the same principle at all.
Anyway, they were saying the little disc attached to their nervous system, which is why it paralyzes him. I don't understand the question. I feel
too strong for it. Even if he didn't have electric powers, he should be too strong for it. And if it worked on him and Loki, why not try it against your sister?
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, she did survive a lightning bolt from Thor.
But
so
I thought those were two different things. Which one is it?
I'm gonna ignore this nitpick.
So you want to apply your eel principle to that one, Darren? Go ahead, apply your eel principle.
Nope. It's just everybody brings it out, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's dumb.
You know it shouldn't work.
It really shouldn't. Like I was thinking, like once it gets attached to him and he does like some kind of electrical move, it should be shorted out or something.
It shouldn't work.
That would be my opinion. Like, it should have been fried.
Well, okay, maybe he could. Like, I think Thor should have the power to short it out. But remember, Thor all this time thought his power came from the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
But he was still using
doesn't.
power without that hammer when he was fighting the Hulk.
True. He even tried to use it when he was in a chair because Joe Goldblum was like, "Oh, sparkles."
He's like, oh, I didn't hear any thunder, but
Obviously, I don't know. Whatever. Fine, you nitpicked. Thor shouldn't go down to the electric thing.
I'm just saying. And if it worked, I would definitely try to get my evil son. Just saying. Doctor Strange was unnecessary in this movie, and I don't like it. It was pointless.
It wasn't necessary. I don't think it took away from the movie.
We didn't need it. And if we didn't need it, didn't been in there.
Okay. You didn't like when he had Loki falling for 30 minutes? Like, I've been falling.
That was funny.
30 minutes.
That's gotta be scary, dude. That's gotta be scary.
It's gotta be, yeah. Because it had to be like dark wherever he was, I would imagine.
At some point, does it even feel like you're falling anymore?
I think you pass out at something.
I don't know.
You reach terminal velocity and you're just...
But we don't know how fast he was falling.
Right.
Well, he can only fall so fast because then that's terminal velocity.
But if Doctor Strange is controlling him, it's not like he's picking up speed as he's falling.
True. Go ahead, Darren. Apply your eel principle to that.
I mean, like, you guys are ignoring what terminal velocity means, but okay.
Okay, they ignore a lot of things when it comes to this movie, especially Doctor Strange. They ignore a lot.
All right. I mean, I don't feel like it took away from the movie at all. I thought it was fine.
It is unnecessary, and if something is unnecessary, then it doesn't need to be in it.
All right.
Valkyrie.
Well, it might have been unnecessary, but I liked it though. I liked the little segment.
So pointless. We could have just saved ourselves 10 minutes. All right.
Okay.
To do what?
Move on. We didn't need it.
They need to find Odin.
Other ways to find Odin, especially since that dude was sitting in Scotland or Normandy or whatever.
Norway?
Where was he?
Norway.
Oh, okay. Start with an N-O-R.
Norway.
Interesting fact, they're in the same area that the Red Skull attacked in Captain America to get the Tesseract. Also, it's the same. Oh, in Thor 2, where they fought the Ice Giants, or the original Thor, where they had that flashback where they were fighting the Ice Giants. That was in Norway.
So we all circle back around. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie don't have a name because the Valkyrie was the army. Yeah, we just call her Valkyrie, but like she has a name.
Apparently not. What's her name from the comics?
Brunhilde?
Who?
Alrighty, is Brunnhilde? Is that Broomhilde?
Okay, let's just call her Valkyrie. I think that's perfect. That's an excellent name.
Oh, it's probably Broomhilde. Is
Brunhilde?
No,
is that's probably a Norse name? Huh?
D-E make the duh sound?
Oh, maybe. Can you speak Norse?
I sure can. Okay.
You need to look into this.
So if Broomhilde sounds better than Broomhilde.
Yeah, I think it's Broomhilde.
It's probably Broomhilde.
Or is it Brom?
I can't remember where I heard that before, but I definitely heard that before.
Maybe it's pronounced Braun. Brunhilde?
See, it's probably a person out of Norse mythology.
I think it is. And I don't know what it is. And I'm pretty sure people are yelling at us for not knowing this. But we learned Greek mythology in school, not Norse.
Did we?
Yeah, you know,
I didn't learn any mythology in school.
There's like a whole class on it. We went to the same
Greek mythology. Is that Zeus?
Yes.
That's Zeus.
Yes.
I didn't learn that. No.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to the same middle school. Derek, we did not learn that in high school, so don't. Our high school was
in middle school.
Yeah.
I learned it in middle school.
You didn't go to our middle school though.
Yeah. You went to a dumb middle school. I didn't learn that.
I don't remember what middle school you went to.
All right.
That was mean though. Darby.
He did go to a dumb middle school. I mean, that doesn't make him dumb. Just the school is dumb.
I mean, we went to a dumb high school.
Yes, I will freely admit I went to a dumb high school.
True.
That's why I stopped.
All right.
Okay. So in the beginning, Scourge is supposed to warn Loki when Thor shows up. They don't have no phones or no smoke signals they can send. He had to run from the gate all the way out to the wherever Loki was to let him know that Thor was coming.
Apparently they don't, because remember when Thor was like, you could have called me, and Strange said he didn't have a phone or a computer for the electronic email.
Asgard has no sort of communication system.
Apparently not, which is weird because they're like technologically advanced, right?
So there should have been some sort of communication dove or something. This dude had
a communication dove.
Something. I'm telling you, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, my last one. Heimdall. Why is he so bad at his job? I mean, like, for a dude that's supposed to see everything, he sees nothing. Like, I just feel like there's things you should be seeing, like Thanos, the Frost Giants, the Dark Elves. Dude gets snuck up on a lot.
Maybe he got Asgardian cataracts or something. I don't know.
What?
It's a different kind of cataract.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I never thought about that. But yeah. Like, no, when in Thor 2, when Loki came back. Oh, wait, no, Loki didn't go through the Bifrost, though. But still, wouldn't he see that, hey, that's...
I think they did.
Well, I don't know.
No. They didn't go through the Bifrost.
All right. Maybe not. I don't remember.
But he still saw them too late. But I'm like,
and then he
didn't see Loki
and send up smoke signals or whatever instead of just, I don't know, picking up the bat phone or something.
Okay, but you know what? No, they said Loki found a way to conceal himself. So I don't know. Whatever. I guess he's pointless.
That doesn't explain the Frost Giants in the first movie. They straight up snuck up on that dude. He got frozen and everything.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Loki froze him.
That's true. Loki did freeze him.
I'm just saying. I just feel like they've been doing my dude. I don't know about him in the comics, but apparently he's supposed to be really strong, and he is not so much in these movies.
They don't really use him, I don't feel like. Like, this was his biggest role. I think this movie was his biggest role out of all three.
It's not. He got billing in this movie, but he has less screen time. Him and Loki, both. They actually have less screen time in this movie than any other ones.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, that was my last nitpick. I thought it was a good one. But that was my last one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what we're at on next? Best lines? Yeah. Best lines. Oh, piss off Ghost.
Well, mine I can't say.
What? Okay.
Remember in the beginning he was talking to that fire dude? He was like, Thor, son of Odin. And then he was like,
son of
you're still alive.
All right.
I like that.
Derek?
Mine was I've been falling for 30 minutes.
That's your best.
Okay.
No, that was going to be my next one.
I don't know if I have one. It's my birthday.
Oh, it's my birthday. Oh, no. Okay. When Grandmaster is talking about Valkyrie, and he's like, "Oh, you know, every time we bring her up, I always say that she is the," and it starts with a B, and she was like, "Trash." It's like, no,
that doesn't even
that were you just waiting to call her that? It doesn't even start with a B.
She was a hater, though.
Jeff Goldblum, excellent in this movie.
Solid performance.
Yeah, probably
Definitely a solid performance.
it was probably funny. It's just Jeff Goldblum.
What about I Pardon You from Life?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's getting on my shoes. Oh, look. I'm stepping in it. I'm stepping in it.
There was a lot of good lines in the movie. When Thor was getting his hair cut.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, you will not cut my hair or something like that. He started speaking like, please, good sir, please don't cut my hair.
Oh, we forgot to mention the friend from work line was chosen by a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah. So that's nice that they got to put that in there.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Did the kid get to see that
That's
made it
cool.
into the movie or not?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. But
He was on set for it.
oh, okay. Well, that's
So-
nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Solid.
Especially because it was such a great line.
It was.
So it was perfect.
Cool.
Korg, other line, another day, another Doug.
Another day, another day. Korg 2. Oh, at the end of the movie, it was like, oh, no, Meek's dead. I stomped on him on the bridge. It's just like I stomped on him on the bridge. And then it's like, oh, he's still alive. Everyone, Meek's still alive. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Korg was funny this movie. Korg and Jeff Goldblum was like funny.
Yep.
Solid performance.
Excellent. All right, I guess it's time to rate Thor
Wait. There was
Ragnarok.
There was another one.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
All right.
So remember when Thor was about to come back to Asgard for the first time and dude was playing with them guns?
Oh, yeah.
Troy.
He was like, I got him from Texas. Like, I call him Dan and Troy. You put them together. I can't even do that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was a perfect line. That was a perfect line. That is when I learned who Scourge was, which I forget his name now.
Carl Urban.
Yeah, Carl Urban. I'm like, he looks completely like that's just way different.
Yeah, because he's in Star Trek, The Boys. He was in that cyborg cop show that only lasted a half a season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's an actor that definitely transforms with the role he gets.
Yeah, he looks completely different in every movie. Say that again?
Was he in a Bourne movie?
Yes.
I thought he was. Wasn't he an asset in one of the Bourne movies?
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, rating Thor Ragnarok. Let's start with Dan.
My rating for Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Let me see. I can't give it the best movie ever, so I'd have to give it a second one.
I'll pay.
I'd pay for that.
I'd pay for that. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Derek.
Watch while folding clothes.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Curveball.
Darby.
Watch while folding clothes.
I would say I would pay for that because I did pay for it. So
I mean, I paid for it too.
Interesting. We're at a deadlock here.
We are. When do you guys change your opinion?
Yeah.
We don't have.
Obviously, we're right.
I would say that if it was like an arrow and it was swinging between both, it would be leaning more towards the I would pay for that than what's our second worst one?
Watch
Pure torture.
Wait, why was it pure torture? No, what?
No, I'm saying like if it's the arrow, if there was an arrow.
Oh, it's closer to you pay for it than pure torture. Okay, I get you.
Because that's not how they work.
I don't know. I get what he's saying though.
I dig it.
No, okay, so 3D Rivals race this movie. I would pay for that while folding clothes. First time for everything.
I should give it a do while folding clothes.
No, why should we give it a do while folding clothes while it's only half of the podcast thinks that it should be rated that?
Bring in Taylor.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, bring her in so she can be our tiebreaker.
Oh my gosh. Taylor, I'm leaving this in too. I'm going to leave the whole me calling her in the room. I'm going to leave it in the podcast.
More organic, man. More organic like that.
Taylor. God, I swear she can hear me any other time. Okay.
Is that water? A whole case of water?
It is. So we gonna rob him later, right?
Value. Totally.
That's like
I want some.
Jason.
Say that again?
So it looks like 3 cases.
I think it's one case. They just got it on the side.
Yeah, it's just one case that's like rotating in the wrong direction. So we're gonna go to his house tonight. I hope he cuts all this out.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm like, this is gonna be recorded. I mean, it's fine with me, but you know, I'm definitely snatching that water.
Mm-hmm. He go to bed early.
She says she's busy watching something and holding a baby, so
she can't walk to the other room. Your house is 2 feet long.
Excuse me, it is 3 feet long.
He said your house is 2 feet long.
Were y'all just sitting here quiet the whole time?
You gonna
Hold on, so smooth.
We're gonna have to cut it out.
No.
Why?
You ain't gonna cut it out.
We don't have to cut it out. We don't gotta cut it out. They ain't saying nothing bad.
Just idle talk about us robbing from you.
What you gonna steal from me? I ain't got nothing. What you gonna steal?
Don't worry about that.
When you don't, you won't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. Sure. Anyhow, she did give me her rating though, and she rated it best movie ever.
Okay, so that would be more so ours then. That'd be more so.
That means Thor Ragnarok with the tiebreaker is now I would pay for that.
That's right.
Okay.
You should have let me rate it. I would pay for that while folding clothes, but nope. You wanted a tiebreaker.
I learned your wife cannot be our tiebreaker. We're going to have to find another tiebreaker. It will not be her.
Yeah, because every movie she watches is either the best movie ever or the worst movie ever. There's only 2 ratings. We should probably go to that. Just 2 ratings, and that's it. I say we do this in the future. No, we'll do 3 ratings. We should get rid of our middle ones. We should do best movie ever, watch while folding clothes, and kill me first.
Okay, that's at least 3 though. Yeah, at least 3.
That was 3.
That is 3.
Okay. All right, yeah, that worked. That worked.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I still think it's because I didn't see this movie until what?
Huh?
I think having 5 in the rating is good though. You never hear.
Yeah, we're probably gonna keep it. I'm just joking.
No. Like I don't know, because I didn't see this movie until before Endgame came out. Like I did not.
Oh yeah, you didn't see it till later.
I did not understand the beginning of Infinity War at all.
Well, like why are all the Asgardians on a spaceship?
Why are they on a spaceship? What happened? I did not get it. Yeah, I saw this. Like,
Loki and Thor is right next to each other and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw it when it came out in theaters, and I remember enjoying it. So
okay, well, it became what was it? I'll pay for that.
Yeah, I pay for that.
That's fine.
Alrighty. That was our thoughts on Thor Ragnarok. If you're still here, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. You can always catch us wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, we are on Facebook. It's facebook.com/3drivals. If you still use electronic mails, excuse me. We're on Google Mail. 3drivals at googlemail.com. Does that work? That's not going to work, is it? 3drivals at gmail.com. We're also on Twitter, 3_rivals on Twitter. And other than that, thanks so much for listening again, guys. Make sure you leave a like, a follow, wherever you're listening. And, you know, give us a rating, like leave a review if wherever you're watching allows for it. Let us know. We want feedback. Even if you can say you guys suck and you're the worst. And we'll be like, thank you. And we'll come out with 100 more episodes.
So we can say,
so make
it a t-shirt.
Yes. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and peace out.
Later.